By the way, free to play, waiting for a video cause I ain't reading all of that. Me neither, man. Now I can summarize this quite easily, but the thing is, one interesting thing that stood out to me is that for each of the bosses, when you reach the hard difficulty, it actually gets a little bit easier than the normal difficulty. So between 8 and 9, it might be easier on stage 9. Because on the hard difficulty, each of the bosses take increased damage from their weaker element type. This is so weird. But anyway, here's a summary of some of the things that I can observe over here. So, in the Purgatory difficulty, increased damage to non-flow espers. When attacked by non-flow espers, their miss rate increases. This is so important, right? So that means that using Shimmer type espers, using Inferno type espers, your miss rate increases. So you are going to land some misses. Do take note of that, it's very important. Because then the weird thing, right, if you take a look at Kara here, she's actually a flow type, which makes her an excellent choice in Kronos. But on the other hand, Ife is an Inferno type, which means that Ife is actually not good for Kronos. This is so wild. And another important thing to take note of for Kronos, I think, is this part. After any enemy's action ends, oh my god, that's like a tongue twister, gain a certain percentage of AP. So essentially, it's going to be a little bit more difficult if you're going to be running teams revolving around just pure DPS, because when you take more turns, the boss is also going to gain AP, which is quite dangerous, right? This is also something that the current Blessing Tablet has. So that means that Kronos is going to take a lot more turns naturally. But while this is true, it also means that running a poison team is quite effective because it's going to force him to take more turns and take more poison damage. But that's about it for Kronos, so it is probably going to be a little bit more difficult in the Purgatory difficulty. Now moving on to Apep. So one weird thing that a lot of people actually realize is that they're actually increasing the difficulty of Apep rather than removing it. So take a look at this, right? From the normal difficulty onwards, she will recover a certain proportion of her maximum HP. So she's going to start healing herself. This might be the meta of disease debuffs on the boss, I think. So running espers with disease might be quite effective here, but I'm just thinking of who would be great over here. Well, Dalen is definitely one of those new espers that has a disease on his kit. By the way, I actually recorded a video earlier about using Dalen and I kind of completely changed my mind about his kit. Anyway, more info about that tomorrow. So same thing here, increased damage taken from Inferno espers, but for some reason, this starts at level 12 and not level 9, as opposed to Kronos, right? Because hard here, take increased damage from flow espers. But anyway, let's continue. And now Apep has a new skill which dispels all buffs from the target, and this dispel will not be affected by miss or resist effects. So he's always guaranteed to remove the buffs from you, I think. And then finally, at Purgatory difficulty, increased damage to non-Inferno espers. When attacked by non-Inferno espers, their miss rate increases. Poison effect on non-Inferno espers is also increased. This part I'm not actually sure what this means. Does that mean that you're going to add extra poison stacks, or do poisons deal more damage, for example? But anyway, it's kind of clear that you want to run full Inferno, so probably removal of Gap is not that much of a hit to free-to-play players because Gap is after all just a wind type, not an Inferno type. Maybe, who knows? Now, as for Fafnir, a new effect, when the target is defeated, damage up is applied to self. This was already the effect, right? Isn't it? I'm pretty sure he gains a lot of damage when he takes one of your allies out. And here is something different. More stacks of Anvari's treasure causes higher damage. And Anvari's treasure, isn't it the shield count on himself? So the more stacks of it, the higher the damage that he has. So we need to get rid of the shield as quickly as possible, because if he attacks, then yeah, you are going to lose. But the thing is, most of us are also clearing it anyway, because it's quite important for you to get rid of the shield. If not, he's going to land a very powerful attack anyway. And this is the new skill that he has, Dragon's Reversal. So Fafnir starts the battle with an Anvari's Shard. Each stack of Anvari's Shard grants a stack of Anvari's treasure. Oh, I see. Now, when Fafnir loses Anvari's treasure, gain Anvari's Shard. Okay, so this is very interesting, right? This Anvari's Shard actually increases the damage that he has according to the patch teaser that was released yesterday. So if he has too many of these stacks, which you can dispel, he will then gain more Anvari's treasure stacks when he loses a single HP bar. And the thing is, when he loses the Anvari's treasure, when his shield breaks apart, he will then gain Anvari's Shard that way. So that means there's a constant cycle between having Anvari's treasure and then having Anvari's shards. So you need to get rid of all the stacks of shards before you break his HP bar. If not, he's going to get more stacks of shield, but after you break his shield, he's going to get one Anvari's shard. So there is this confusing looping feature or something like that. But anyway, we will know more when the update actually drops. Alright, next one, Blitz overview. So there is this new system called the Blitz, and it seems like most people are quite confused about what this is, but I'm very certain that this is going to be something similar to skip tickets, right? So Blitz overview here. Blitz will be added to Sonic Rift, Sonic Miracle, and Ritual Miracle in the next version. It will make Miracle Exploration more efficient. Okay, so the reason why I believe that this is like skip tickets is because it will make Miracle Exploration more efficient. Unlock condition, clear a stage within the required number of turns to unlock Blitz for the stage. So this is a very important unlock condition here, right? So if you can defeat the stage within, like, let's say 60 turns, you will require 9 Blitz chips. I'm not sure why they call it MemoChips here. So the thing is, the fewer number of turns you require, the fewer the number of Blitz chips required as well. So if you can beat the content super fast, then you can be more efficient with the Blitz chips that you get. And the way you get Blitz chips, according to what they say here, it can be obtained from daily tasks, events, or purchased with Nexus crystals. And the way this works is once Blitz is unlocked, players can use it on the battle preparation screen to set Blitz times. This is 100%, man. Skip tickets. When blitzing, the system will simulate battles in real time and consume MemoChips based on the number of turns to clear a stage. If the simulation results in a failure or the battle exceeds the number of turns, it will be deemed as a failure and players can choose to stop blitzing. So before blitzing starts, the system will pre-deduct MemoChips required for the highest tier. The actual deduction is subject to battle results and the results of each battle, blah blah blah. So essentially like what I say, right? Once Blitz is unlocked for you, you need to ensure that your team is actually capable of beating it quickly. If not, you might be subject to some losses as well, which is like a complete waste of your Blitz chips. So that's it for today's video. Let me know in your comments down below. I think this is a pretty nice follow-up to yesterday's video. I think this clarifies a lot of our doubts, a lot of our confusions as well. Although it does provide us with a new layer of complications, especially this. I think they need to find a copywriter who is able to communicate exactly what they want to say. Hey, honestly, if you want to employ me, man, you know how to contact me. But anyway, that will be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed today's content. If you did, don't forget to give a thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and subscribe for more Dislyte content. Now that's it. This has been Dairy Free to Play, and so I will see you in the next video.